Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so I thought the first thing we would talk about, mainly today's video is going to be about my birthday. It was my birthday this past week. But there's one thing I wanted to mention before we start that topic, and that is that, okay, so this will be an indication that I don't really go out much, but I thought I'd just share a little adventure I had on one of my closing shifts this past week. So, lately on Mondays and Tuesdays, they've had me closing. I don't know if that's a forever thing, but that's how it has worked for 3 weeks now. So so yeah. And during one of the closing shifts, because I don't work in the best neighborhood, so but there is, when I do the closing shift, I usually end around 11, and, and there is a, 24-hour store near work, and during this one shift, I saw, it reminded me of Slurpees, and I'm like, "Oh, I haven't had a Slurpee in years because I don't go out," right? It's not that I haven't wanted to have a Slurpee, it's that I'm usually just too lazy to go to the store and get one. So, so I took advantage of it. I'm like, you know, I'm here, I'll go in. So it was actually, I had ended up working a little later that night. Usually I end at 11, but it was around midnight this night. And when I got there, the door was locked and someone was walking past and they kind of showed me how things are operated. So basically, it was more or less a 7-Eleven. It's, like technically a Circle K. But I don't know if you guys have that in the States. It's basically a 7-Eleven. Circle K is Shell, I believe. Well, Shell used to be a thing years ago. I don't think they are anymore. Um, AKA Circle K. Um, but um, but yeah, so the doors were locked. They do that for security reasons because of the area. So what I had to do was, they have this little slider window. I go up to the window. I told them I want a Slurpee. They asked me what size, I told them like a medium, and they tell me what flavor. They go make the Slurpee, bring it back. I pay through my card, which they hold up to a window, and then I just scan my card from the other side of the window. And then there's a sliding door, and they pass me my Slurpee. And I've never experienced that. I have never experienced that. But yeah, so I'm not surprised in that because I do live in a major city, and once upon a time, if not still remaining, it was the murder capital of Canada. So, so I'm not surprised, but because I don't go out, and especially I don't go out that late, right? Like if I am gonna go out, it's, around 6 or 7. It's definitely not midnight. I haven't really been out that late in a lot of years. So, and when I say a lot of years, I mean like over 10. like over a decade. So this was all very new to me. I was so confused at first. I'm like, how do I order this Slurpee? How do I pay for it? How am I going to retrieve it? Like I was so unbelievably confused at first. And now it's like nothing, I'm used to the system now, but I just thought I'd share that. I just thought that was kind of bizarre, and it's, it's unfortunate that we have gotten to that point, but you know Yeah. It's like there's just bad people out there, but also I am in full agreement that due to it being tougher to survive nowadays, jobs being a little more scarce and it's just tougher to survive. I think that's definitely increased the bad out in the world, but don't get me wrong, I know people are bad for absolutely no reason as well. I just think that it's even more because of how tough it is to survive out there. So yeah. So that's the start of our video. I just wanted to share that. And yeah, because while the video is kind of themed towards my birthday, um, every Sunday is always more or less a weekly vlog. Yeah, so I'm always gonna tell you what happened, like, throughout the week. So that was, like, Monday or Tuesday. That was on my one of my closing shifts, I can't remember which one, and, yeah. Thursday was my birthday. So I actually booked it off from work and because I booked it off from work, I ended up with a nice long weekend. So that was cool. We go back tomorrow, but it was nice to have a nice long weekend. I had already bought my birthday gift like a week before that. I had bought myself a extra SSD drive. It's a 2 terabyte. And yeah, that was my gift to myself. That sucker cost me $300. And yeah. And honestly, I've been spending a bit of money. We got I got some things that we got to take care of. Uh yeah. And also, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, probably last year sometime, I had said a friend of mine was getting married and that they were picking the date to be next year. Well, next year is this year, because I said that last year. So that wedding is in October. So I need to start saving up because that wedding is out of country. So I got my passport. It's still good till like 2029. So we're still good there. But I am going to need to save up some money for plane fare, hotel, and spending cash while I'm there. And yeah, yes, it is in October, but I'm not wealthy over here. I do require months to save up stuff because I am paying bills at the same time while I'm saving. So yeah. So we got to start doing that. I'm just going to start setting some money aside for it. I'm not going to book the airfare yet. I want to make sure plans have not changed for them, that dates didn't change. So yeah, I'm gonna check in on that first. My plan was to book like plane ticket and hotel and all that like a couple of months before going. So I would like to, confirm things by August or the end of August. Yeah, so I will keep you in the loop with that one, and that will 100% be a video as well. Of course, I love travel vlogs. I didn't get to really do one the last time because I didn't have this channel, right? The last time I traveled was in 2019, and it was to BlizzCon, and I did go with people that are from the stream, um, but um, but I wasn't in like vlog mode back then. I was just a gaming streamer. that happened to be going to a convention. Realistically, that would have been a great video. I did take pictures and I did kind of like share things with my stream afterwards, but just no official vlog happened. But we have this channel now. A vlog will happen when I go to this wedding, and yeah, it'll be the first trip I've done and the first trip to the States 2019 was the last time, so almost 10 years. Yeah. So it's been a bit. Yeah. So got a little off track there. I don't know how we got off track. I was talking about the birthday. But yeah, that got off track because I was talking about how I spent $300 on my birthday. Yeah, and then it led into saving money, and then that's one of the reasons. And yeah. There's technically like 4 things I'm kind of saving money for right now. One is a new computer or upgrade to the computer. That one can be held off till the end of the month or end of the year, but I do want to start saving up some money for that. Another is a new car. Another is root canals. Well, 1. I thought I had 2, but apparently they say 1. And then the 4th is the wedding. Yeah. So there's a lot going on this year, and I gotta start saving up some money for that. Back to the birthday, I did celebrate as usual. I do a birthday stream, so I had done that. I ordered some Chinese food. That was what I wanted for my birthday. I was going to get a ice cream cake for my birthday, but because I knew Chinese food was going to run me $100, because that's why I don't do it. I hadn't had Chinese food in literal years. And the reason is because it's so damn expensive unless you go to like a buffet. If you go out for your Chinese food and you go to like a, all you can eat buffet type deal, then it's not so bad. But if you're ordering it, yeah, it's, I remember when I used to complain that it was $80 and now it's like $100. And especially when you're adding in like delivery fee and, this tip that's like mandatory now, right? Another reason I don't do delivery. There's 2 reasons I don't do delivery very, very often at all anymore. 1 is cost, and 2 is that I'm, trying to lose weight, and anything you get delivered is not good. Yeah. Yeah. Not unless you're getting groceries delivered, but if it's, even if it's the most healthiest restaurant, you think it's healthy, it's still takeout. It's still not healthy. Yeah. But point is, I got that, and I cheaped out on a birthday cake because I knew I'd be spending a lot on the dinner I wanted. So I just got a Black Forest cake, which is a cake I haven't had in a while, and it is one of my favorites. My favorites is cheesecake, ice cream cake, and then Black Forest cake. And on my birthday, I had showed off some food I've bought because I've been buying so much meat and just freezing it lately. So one of them that I showed off was this bacon wrapped pork medallions is what they call it, but it's basically like pork tenderloin with bacon wrapped around it. And I made that last night. I divided it into 2 dinners. So I had it was a pack of 2. So I put them in 2 separate dishes, And then I fried up some bell peppers because I have a bunch in the fridge that I gotta use up. So I figured, instead of like the regular veggies, I'll just fry up these bell peppers. And then I also made some honey garlic noodles to go with the dish. So that was last night's dinner, and it was so good. Yeah, it was delicious. I'll take a picture. I'm gonna go probably eat dinner after I'm done recording this video, and I will take a picture of the dish before I nuke it, and you'll see. But the pork medallion, it was so tender. Like, yeah, it tasted great and it was super tender. Yeah. So 100% I'm gonna definitely get that again, or I'll just buy myself a pork tenderloin. Like, I have 2 in the fridge right now. Well, in the freezer, but they're already marinated, so, like, yeah, they're good to go. 'Cause that's what I've been doing lately. Lately, I haven't wanted to marinate the stuff myself. I just wanna buy it already done up, and then I just cook it, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so that's dinner tonight, and then I took out, some pork chops because I have, like, 5 packs of pork chops in the freezer. So, yeah, and they all have, like, 5 pork chops in the pack, so there's a ton of pork chops. Yeah, so I figure, we'll do 1 batch this week. I'm not gonna eat pork chops nonstop, but we can do a week of pork chops, then I'll take a little break next week, and, I'm getting back to my workouts this week. I won't lie to you guys, I've been slacking. um I felt like, okay, as someone who was like really putting effort in before to do steps, now that I have a physical job, I've felt like I haven't really needed the workouts as much, but we do need the workouts. We kind of, like, I don't gain but I don't lose anymore if I'm not adding the workouts in, right? But it wasn't that I was like, oh, we don't need them. It was just that I've been so tired. I've been getting used to this new job, and because I am getting the steps naturally, I felt like I had a little leeway there, and I do, right? I'm doing more steps than I've ever done, um, like, on purpose, you know? Yeah. So, so I am doing good there, but, you know, I'm I'm older, and the two major things that you need to do when you're older and you're trying to lose weight is, well, one is protein, which is why I'm buying all this fucking meat, and two is weightlifting, because because it helps with your fat loss, right? Building muscle and all that. And so I did kind of stop doing that for a while. Yeah. So we're gonna get back to it. Um yeah. I had hoped to be at a better place by the time my birthday rolled around. Um we're not at a horrible place. I'm not upset at myself or anything. We're doing really good. I feel like I have improved my life this year on many different accounts, and I am happy where we are sitting right now. But weight loss, I had kind of hoped to have lost a lot more than what I have so far by this stage. One is my fault. I did kind of stop doing weightlifting, and The exercise is like since I got this job. Like, I won't lie, since I got this job, I've been so busy, adapting, and honestly, it's been a few months now, you know? So yeah, I've been at this new job for a few months. It hasn't like it's not like I stopped immediately. It's been about 2 months since I kind of stopped focusing weights and all that. But point is that did happen, so that is entirely my fault, of course. And then the second reason is that it is tough at this age. Yeah, so yeah, I don't wanna use that as an excuse, but I'm doing it and I'm experiencing it, right? And that is probably one of the reasons I did back away a bit, because I felt like, "Okay, I'm getting my natural steps in, maybe I can take a break," because it was a little demotivating. Um, like, don't get me wrong, I've been losing weight, but it's been so fucking slow, and I'm okay. I wanted to do the slow and steady race anyway, but it's seriously slow because of it being so much tougher to lose a weight, um, when you hit a certain age, you know? And I'm almost 50 now. Like, we're well over the 40 mark. So, we're getting to that point where it is very tough, and the only way to really do it is to, um, be very, you know, very focused on, you know, the calories and the weightlifting and the protein. It's like, it's not horrible. I don't mind eating these, 3-course meals, I guess. I'm just not used to it. I'm a one-course meal, and it generally doesn't involve meat, you know? So it has been a change there, and, um, and, you know, it's something I don't wanna always do, but I'll keep it, like, after I've lost the weight that I want to, I'll keep it, they always say it's a lifestyle change, blah, blah. I'll keep it in the mix, but I just, you know, I don't want to always eat meat every day, you know? Like, I just don't want to. And yes, I do have, like, my cheat days here and there, but I don't want to eat meat more than 2 or 3 times a week, you know? Like, I am only doing it at the extreme that I am because I'm trying to lose weight, and, um, and yeah. And to be fair, like, as I've said many times before, we gain the weight because I stop moving. Once I do lose, like, the massive amount that I want to lose, I'm good at maintaining. I have always been good at maintaining my weight. I was surprised when I gained weight, because I don't eat a lot, and I don't really do anything to really gain weight, except I did kinda have, like, let's say, almost a decade of sitting on my ass, basically, because I've been a content creator, right? So I've been, you know, editing, which consists of, sitting on your ass. I've been editing videos nonstop for like 10 years, right? So that was a big thing. Before that I was moving around all the time, like I was walking places, and I was definitely um more mobile, because there wasn't a thing keeping me at a computer. I was always a gamer, but it's different when you edit videos. Like, you're a gamer, and then you do some other things after, right? But when you're a content creator, those other things you do are in the same position as when you're gaming, right? So yeah, plus you put things off to edit videos and yeah. So it was surprising when I did gain the weight. So I am in full belief that once it is lost, um I can maintain and not feel the need to eat 3-course dinners and meat all the time, you know? I know that it's what you should do, but I am, like, come on. There's skinny people out there that are fucking 60 years old that definitely don't eat meat every day, you know? So it can be done. It can be done. And yeah. And the thing is, I was doing it for all my life, basically, before this. Yeah. Yeah. That's when I realized that, like, eating food is not the only way you gain weight. Because, people can think whatever they think, but, I know my eating routine. And don't get me wrong, I know there's like fat people out there that say, "Oh, I don't know how I gained weight," but I've I've got people back me up on this shit. I've got streams that like literally have seen me stream for 12 hours straight without any food. Like I've got shit to back this up. Like I wasn't snacking. I was barely eating and I gained weight, and it's because I was sitting on my ass. So yeah. But that ended up being a bit of a ramble. So pretty much that's all I have to say today. It was a good birthday. It was kind of like birthday. I've had ones that felt a little more lively. This year was just kind of like another year has passed type deal. Yeah. It yeah. Yeah, it wasn't one of my best. It wasn't one of my best birthdays, but it wasn't it just existed. It just existed. I don't know how to word it. Yeah, it happened. Yeah. So, we've survived another year, and that's it for this video. So, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.